Hello, welcome back. Today is a very different sort of video because this is tea and not coffee. But also, I've got a couple of FTXs here. A couple of Zorros. Yes, I know they say Torro. We've been over this before. In case anybody doesn't know, they used to be called Torros. And the body shells and boxes all say Torros. But they've been told they can't use the word Torro anymore because I think a German RC tank manufacturer is called Torro. And they said, no, you can't use that name. So they've been called Zorros now. Anyway, I have here the brushed electric version, and I have here the nitro version. Now, in case you're wondering, this is not the video where I decide what my next RC is going to be. These are not mine. We promised you a year ago that we would do a running video of the Torro, or Zorro now, Nitro, and we have left it this long because so there you are, and obviously I hope you understand all that. But the point is, we have it now, and I'm going to run it in, and I have a battery hump pack here with a switch, so none of this double A's in a little box nonsense. I'm going to have a proper switch and a proper battery, so it'll be slightly upgraded. But the point is, it's going to be run in properly, so it'll be sold as an X demo at cost price. So Alan doesn't make any money, but Alan doesn't lose any money. And somebody who wants to buy a pre-run in one, who can just put it straight away and just go, there you are. So that'll be good. And as for this one, doesn't need running, it's electric. So I don't know how the X demo part of it's going to work with this one, but that's his problem. Anyway, so both these are going back to Tay models and are being sold at cost, basically, once this is all done. So I have all my nitro stuff here. My glow starter, I've got my glow starter. I've got my little hump pack. It's a 1600 nickel metal hydride, a 6-volt pack. I got some free AA's, thank you Alan, 4 of them. But I think I need, I don't know if it's 8 pair transmitter or 4 pair transmitter, but I either need 8 or 16, and he's given me 4. So thanks Alan. To be fair, I mean, he's doing all this, so I can't complain. I've got my wrench for taking in and out the glow plug. This is a switch, and my fuel bottle, and my nitro fuel. Got everything I need for my nitro. This is a Tamiya to Dean's adapter, purely for this one, because I'm going to run this on a 2-cell LiPo battery, not the included nickel metal hydride, and I don't have any Tamiya plugs anywhere. All my batteries are LiPo now. They're all using Dean's, so Dean's to Tamiya plug adapter. Let's get these opened up. We'll do the nitro first. Got my knife here. So we're going to do a sort of review series. We're going to give each one a few runs. We'll run them together. Hopefully I can get someone else to help me. Hopefully Matthew will be around or something. Then we can compare the two of them. And you can see what they're like in the real world compared to each other. Didn't expect that. It's blue. I thought they were all orange. Alan, how are we supposed to tell the difference between this one and this one now? The whole point was the nitro one was going to be orange and the electric one was going to be blue, so that we could easily distinguish between the two of them when we're driving around. Is there a marker on this? Yeah, there is. It tells you on the thing. Okay, so we don't have this one. We have this one. That looks awfully like this one. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. One of them's going to be making a racket and blowing loads of smoke, and the other one's going to be slow. So we know the difference. It's fine. Don't worry about it. That's quite funny though. He was like, "Yeah, make sure you get an orange one." I just grabbed the first box. Had a picture of an orange one in the front, didn't it? Okay. Get roots. Oh yes. Oh yes. Here we are. Okay. As you can see, this one is definitely blue. That's cool. I will need to see if it's exactly the same blue as the other one. I'm sure they'll be able to tell the difference. One thing that I've wondered about with the... Oh, it's not so bad actually. I was going to say the exhaust sits behind this body panel here. It fires on the inside of it, and I was thinking, well, why don't we put a little hole in it there for the exhaust gas to come out? Otherwise it's just going to coat the inside of the shell. But there is a bit of a gap actually between the exhaust pipe. You see where's the exit point of the exhaust? Right there, where my finger is there. So there is a bit of a gap there. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's still going to coat the underside of the shell. Absolutely. But it's far enough away that even if you'd have to cut a hole like that size, in other words, to clear it all. So better not do that. Hey. Now, I am a Nitro noob. I've only ever owned one Nitro in my entire life. It was an HPI Rush Evo, known to be one of the easiest Nitros to keep running. And I was a teenager at the time. I had no patience. I had no idea what I was doing. And I could never get it running right. I could never get it started, and when it did, it would cut out. I just didn't have the patience for it. I didn't have the knowledge, and I didn't like it, so I sold it on. Well, I think one of the reasons was also, you may remember, some of you, if you're from the UK, Halfords did dabble in, for a little while, because I used to work at Halfords when I was a teenager, did dabble in for a little while of stocking HPI products. And it only lasted a few months because none of the people in Halfords had any idea what they were talking about. I was the only one who actually had any knowledge in RC stuff, but it was only electric stuff. So I could help people with electrics. With the Nitros, I wasn't really that clued up. But people come like, oh Mike, there's someone wanting to talk about this RC car. I went, okay, I'll help them out. Oh yeah, look at this Nitro. So anyway, the point is the guy was, got to watch my language here, but the guy was scum, we'll say scum. He came in, he brought it back, he bought it for Christmas for his son, and he'd crashed it straight away and came in kicking up stink and swearing at all the staff and shouting at them and everything because we'd ruined Christmas, whereas all he'd done is crashed it into a curb. Well, of course it's broken, you crashed it into a curb. But anyway, he kicked up enough stink that the manager at the time, or assistant manager or something, said, right, okay, we'll swap it for a new one. I can't be bothered with this. Swap it for a new one, you can take it the new one, just don't come back, you're banned. I mean, the guy was really nasty. So I fixed the damage on this one and got it cheap. The problem is, the first day they had it, they crashed it, which suggested they were going fast, which also suggested they didn't run it in, they didn't bed in the engine, which must have been probably one of the causes why I couldn't get it running right, because it probably didn't go through the right cycle. When you first start it, you've got to bed them in. This one, I will be doing it by the book, because I no experience with Nitros. I know very little about, I mean, I'm probably selling myself short a little bit here. I know I've got to give it a running period of, I'm going to do it very cautiously. I'm going to do 2 tanks idle, 2 tanks quarter throttle, 2 tanks half throttle, 2 tanks sort of getting towards full, maybe 3/4, and then maybe 1 more tank at approaching full, and I'm going to make sure I put it under load and then release and load, and I'm going to make sure I do this properly. So this will be as good as possible. So it'll probably take me a full day, but I'm going to make sure it's done right. So that's my plan with this one, and because I do it right, and I'm planning on doing it right, and I'll be treating it properly, hopefully by the time it does get sold as an X-Demo truck, it'll be as good as an X-Demo FTX Zorro Nitro could be. So that's cool. For those of you who haven't seen, it's literally just a FTX Carnage chassis platform that's been extended. It's just a longer chassis plate. Everything else is identical to the Carnage. Yep, obviously the bumpers are bigger, but the suspension, steering components, suspension arms, everything, engine, receiver, spur, everything. Fuel tank, it's all the same. But it does have anti-roll bars, front and rear, which the Carnage Nitro doesn't come with. Different wheels and tyres, and obviously the big bumpers. But there's the difference. It is literally a stretched Carnage Nitro with a blue shell. Hopefully that's not going to cause an issue. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm planning on making this a bit of a pet project. This one, it's going to be my baby for a little while, just because it's an engine, and I'm a massive petrol head. I love engines. You might wonder then, why are you not into nitro? Well, I think that nitro experience as a teenager put me off. You know, first impressions are important after all, as you guys know, and maybe it didn't sit with me well after that. Also, it's not a petrol engine, is it? That's not right. It's sitting on the exhaust. It's not a petrol engine, it's a nitro engine. So it may be an engine, but it's not quite the right thing. Come on. It's caught on something. What? What? Yeah, there we go. There we go. So yeah, first impression wasn't great. So there was that, and there was the fact that nitro fuel is you know, dirty. You have a nitro car and it's caked and stuff. You got that oily residue. It's more of a faff, and it bothers people. You know, you go to a park, you'll be annoying people because it makes that, and you'll be like, well, people will either ask you to leave, or they'll complain. People like to ruin other people's fun these days. You can't. Alan said, it's quite true actually, you can't make a noise if you're enjoying yourself. If you're not enjoying yourself, you can make a noise. So if you're using your chainsaw or your lawnmower or whatever, and you're doing some gardening and you're like, no one complains. But if you go a big smile on your face, they'll go, that guy's doing that for fun, I'm going to complain. So just look miserable when you're driving it and you'll be fine. So there's the nitro. Good. Now for the electric. This is unlike that, which is a stretched Carnage Nitro. That's a Carnage platform. This is an Outlaw. It's literally just an FTX Outlaw with different wheels and tyres and a different body and a different front bumper. Although not a different front bumper for the, what we're trying to say, not a different front bumper from my Outlaw, because my Outlaw has the Zorro front bumper on it. Just because I wanted to protect it a little bit better. Okay, little crappy slow charger. Ha! Won't be using that. Oh. It's the same colour. But the Nitro has a section cut out from the back here, so you can get to the pull start and get into the glow starter, or the glow plug with the glow starter. This one doesn't, so we'll definitely be able to tell at a distance. Alan's going to laugh when he sees this. This is quite funny. Don't worry about it, it's fine. I mean, if the weather right now is extremely Scottish, so I'm not going to go outside and start this one and run it in until the weather's better. If the weather doesn't improve over the next few days, I'll find myself back in tame models again, in which case I'll simply swap this blue one for the display one at the moment, which is an orange one. So then we can definitely do the videos with the orange one, but you know, this is only Wednesday as I'm recording this, so that might not be the case. Right then. The electric one also has the blue cage, see? The blue cage in there. That one's got a black cage, but I mean, well, I mean, better not spill that tea. The number 7 on the bonnet of the Nitro one's orange, so they're obviously completely different. Also, the Torro writing is a different colour. I mean, at a distance they're going to look identical, aren't they, really? But the obvious thing is, obviously that one's going to be making all the noise and smoking, and this one, being an Outlaw, is the one that's on its roof. So that's how you tell the difference. I'm guessing this will run better than a standard Outlaw, because the standard Outlaw gets extremely hot. With these smaller wheels and tyres, the gearing will be naturally lower, assuming it has the same pinion and spur, which I'm pretty sure it does. The rest of it should be the same. Oh, furthermore, I was hoping that good, because I couldn't remember from the previous video. Yeah, it has the new 60 amp speed controller in it. It's right here. It's the new one. The old one I think was 20 amps or 15 amps or something pitiful. So this will go not only better because the smaller wheels and tyres have lower gearing, the motor will suck more amps from this speed controller than the one that comes standard with the Outlaw, so it will run better than a standard Outlaw. And with the lower centre of gravity, hopefully it doesn't roll over as much either as the Outlaw. It does have blue arms though, so I would still pick the Outlaw because it doesn't have blue arms, because these arms are hideous. They're not even a nice blue, they're baby blue. But again, some people might like it, said that before. Good, so it's got the new speed controller, it's got the lower gearing. I'm expecting this to go like the Outlaw should have when it was new. Basically. Yeah, pretty good. Solid rear axle. It's not live rear axle though, because there is a diff. That didn't sound very. That's alright. Obviously this sort of review series will be more focused on the Nitro than this, because the Nitro needs to get run in and everything, get that running sweet, get it tuned in. This will be like plonk, plug, play. You know, it's the advantage of the electric ones. So when it comes to the running, obviously we'll focus on both, but there will be at least one episode about getting this tuned in, tuned up. Good. Good, good, good. You looking forward to this? Are you going to be keeping tabs on this little review series, mini series that we're doing? I hope so. I hope it appeals to you. Which one do you like better? The electric? The brushed? Would you go for the brushed? Would you go for the Nitro? Would you buy the electric and convert to brushless straight away? Would you wait for them to release a brushless version? I still think it's funny that these are both blue though. I didn't think of looking. Alan said we could pick up an orange one, but as far as he was aware they were all orange as well. So anyway, I'll give him a phone after this video and he'll probably have a chuckle about it. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you later. Bye bye.